Hey folks, Crazy Marty here. Last video or so ago, I had mentioned to you guys that there's a way you can make $500-600 a day out there on the open road. So anyways, I want to go over a little bit of what the qualifications are. First off, you have to have a pickup truck. They want you to have at least a 3/4 ton four-wheel drive diesel. 3/4 ton four-wheel drive diesel pickup truck. Gasoline, you can have gasoline, but you need to be able to find your own gas. A lot of times gasoline isn't available during a disaster. Something else they want you to have, you got to have yourself a nice 20-inch chainsaw. That way you can go out, clear trees, cut your way up into the brush and stuff to get to the top of these cell towers where they're located to hook a generator up. It's also a good idea to have a long fire extinguisher. They would also like you to have a 100-gallon fuel tank with a meter, auto shut-off, and a fuel separator on there, fuel water separator on there. You should also have extra fuel and oil for your chainsaw. If you have GPS on your phone, you need to get a regular GPS because you're going to put cell towers that have no cell signals. So GPS on your phone doesn't work. Siri won't answer you when you say, "Hey Siri, where am I at?" She goes, "Yeah, screw you." So regular GPS is always a good thing. Let's go show you some of the towers and things of that nature. Oh, and also having a good background of a little bit of electrical background is always a good thing, so we can hook you up, so you can hook up generators and things of that nature. The more equipment you have for your truck, the better. So I have a winch. That means I can go up, I can cut trees, I can drag them out of the way, things of that nature. Let's go into one of the cell towers right now and check out what one of those places might look like.
In 1/2 mile, turn right on Dry Creek Road.
Alrighty, so let's show you what we have here. This is your standard generator. This one here is a in-place generator or a fixed generator. A lot of times we wind up coming out here and hooking up generators because the cell tower doesn't have a backup generator. So this is what you have inside of here. We have a control panel. We have the on and off key. We can start it up. This generator does have an issue with the TPS sensor. When I first got here, the final position sensor was alarming away. So, and it doesn't want to run correctly. It just it hunts. Basically, it kind of stumbles on the RPMs. This stuff here, this is another company's. This is T-Mobile. This is a T-Mobile setup right here for their cell towers. And over here, this one's AT&T, which is the one that we're currently working on and making sure it's operational. So this is the AT&T side, and over here we have, this one is Verizon and their stuff, and then way up in the back over there we have the FAA, which we don't mess with that. Now when it comes to hooking up a generator into a panel, sometimes you get lucky and they'll have this type of setup here where you can actually just plug the stuff right in and it's good to go. Other times you have to go inside the main panel in here and hardwire stuff. This is all brand new setup, so this is all set up for being hooked up nice and quick and easy. But you know, got to just confirm that the power's on and things of that nature. Let's take and head off to another tower and see what we got.
Oh yeah, I'm never going across the thing again. That's some sketchy.
It's your standard fake looking pine tree, and you know, your standard generator, or your standard box here for all your utilities inside the thing. Nice little generator setup. I really like the way this thing is all hooked up. I mean, this is a really classy looking setup. So if we had to bring in a portable generator, we would then plug it in directly into these plugs that we got in here. So So now I got to check and make sure see if we actually have utility power and go from there. All right, so that's one of the basic cell towers that we're dealing with here. This is actually a really, really nice one. It's all brand new. Everything would plug directly up and into the generators that I was dealing with earlier in the month. Yeah, this is really nice site. I wish I could have got inside the telco box to show you guys the hidden room inside and the other generator information and stuff that's in there. But you know, that'll come in due time, I'm sure. In the meantime, what I do is I check for utility power on that box out there, and also via the main run, lizard run, also via the main breaker and stuff out here. So it's just a standard 200 amp breaker. There's no power here. The meter is completely black and dead. So yeah, there's no power. It's running off of generator alone. Took 20 gallons of fuel in there, and it should be good for at least a couple more days. Hopefully they'll get the power back on and it should automatically shut off, and then I don't know, somebody else's job to check that stuff out. All right, I'll show you the next one. So there's PG&E. They're currently flying the line right now, inspecting it to make sure that the winds didn't damage anything and that there's no trees on it. And then they will be turning on the power soon.
Continue on Turner Mountain Loop. In 1/2 mile, head to coordinates on the left.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Might have to go to 4-wheel drive.
Head to coordinates on the left.
Alrighty, we've made it to Turner Mountain Lookout. So here we are up at another cell tower location. This one is an off-grid location. It has lots of solar panels behind it. Has the tower that's up there, and then there's this rental generator over here that AT&T apparently brought up here and installed themselves, because it's an ugly mess. Inside the little building there, I can't show you because the doors are locked, but they have 2 alternators in there, and those things, they produce around 300 volts of DC power instead of having to convert AC back to DC. You know, there's a lot to it. Anyways, they just basically use those things to charge up batteries if the sun doesn't work, which is a good thing, because then everything runs off the inverter in there. But that's just another way of doing it. So you always have to be careful when you go sticking your hands into electrical panels and things of that nature, because the electricity that's in there, 300 volts DC, that's enough to wipe you out in about 30 seconds. You're done. There's no letting go. At least with alternating current, there's a chance of you letting go of the power line and getting off. Not with DC. DC, it's straight. Oh yeah, bad stuff. So you got to be careful what you're doing. But you know, like I said, this is a great example of a site up here. This is Mount something Lookout. I forget the name of it. But anyways, we're up here on the top of the world with a great view of nothing but smoke around behind me. You know, the fires in California are bad, so don't see anything. Otherwise, I'll be able to see the coast from here, and Oregon. It's kind of a cool deal, but you know, it is what it is. If you want to find out more information about possibly doing this kind of work, just send me a private message through Facebook Messenger. And in the meantime, make sure you hit the subscribe and the like button, and then the little bell notification, which they took away off of YouTube. So there's only a subscribe button now, you know. Oh well, no more ding-a-ling button, because every time people were touching the ding-a-ling button, somebody was touching a solar system. Bad thing. Meantime, I'm Crazy Marty. You guys have a great day, and I'll catch you a little bit later. Bye-bye.
And I'll be sure and send you a postcard from freedom sometime. Living in a loop.